Your back is against the wall and hordes of enemies are approaching, but all you've got is a fight stick. But that doesn't matter because all hell is about to break loose, so it's time to cast your spells and break out the dungeon. Make sure that you are a demon slayer with your spellbook, because you're not going to be the dead cell today. Destroy all the enemies and defeat the vampires so you can be the sole survivor, as dawn is in 20 minutes. Welcome to the 100% series. Hello, and welcome to the first game on the 100% series, being Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors is a game that came out back in the end of 2021, but really put its foot into the door of the competitive roguelike scene back in 2022. This game is gambling as a video game. It is addicting, it's time consuming, and you don't even realize how much time you have spent on this game. But other than that, it's brilliant. The game is exceptional. It's got so many cool levels, characters, weapons, boss fights, soundtrack, everything, and I'm really excited to show off Vampire Survivors today, as it is one of my favourite games of all time. Today, the main achievement we are wanting to be unlocking today is in fact the Invalid Library achievement, which is simply by getting to level 20 on the Mad Forest, we will unlock stage 2, the Invalid Library. Chaos is going to ensue, all cards are on the table, so let's have a good time in the Mad Forest. The first character we are going to be using is Antonio, as he is the starting character of the game, and with his trusted whip beside him, let's see how attempt number 1 goes. The first item we decided to go for is the magic wand item. Now personally I feel like the magic wand item is one of the best starting items you could possibly get in this game. It does really good damage in the early stages and manages to hold up that damage in the later stages. For my second choice, we had two different routes we could have gone. All of these items from the choices we had are really good. Santa Water does a really good area effect damage. We could have leveled up our whip to level 2, but I decided to go with the Holy Bible, as I just personally wanted to get as many items as possible that could be consistently supporting me and protecting me from enemies, especially with how much harder the Mad Forest can get in the later stages, as tempo is so important in Vampire Survivors. My third choice for this run happened to be my first passive, which is Spinach. Spinach just increases all damage by 10%. Eliminating the glowing bat there gave me my first treasure chest, which gave me a level up on my whip, making it level 2. My choice for the level 5 upgrade was the leveling up of the magic wand, getting it to level 2, which means it shoots an extra projectile. What you'll now be able to see is the importance of tempo, and by leveling up the magic wand to level 2, you'll be able to see how that extra projectile comes in real clutch, especially in certain situations. I decided to level up my Spinach passive for my level 6 upgrade choice. This now means that all of my damage is now increased by 20%. You are now starting to see how much the difficulty just ramps up out of nowhere in this game. We're already under half health and it's only been 2 minutes and 38 seconds into the run, and the whole screen is nearly covered in enemies. This is also a tiny example of how addicting this game can be. For my level 8 reward, I decided to level up my whip, making it level 3, which means it does 5 more damage. I just picked up my first major pickup on the stage, being the Orolojo, which freezes all enemies in their tracks. Unfortunately, due to my build and the amount of enemies that were surrounding me, I unfortunately failed attempt number 1. And for this run we are going to be using a melder. Let's see if attempt 2 is any better than attempt 1. My first level up reward once again was the magic wand. My level 3 reward choice was once again the magic wand, making it level 3, which reduces its cooldown by 0.2 seconds. This run is very different to our first attempt, because rather than picking up loads of weapons and passives and having them all at low levels, I'm picking up the magic wand every chance I get. Due to how effective the magic wand is throughout the whole run, I really want to be able to get it to level 8 as fast as possible. We managed to eliminate the glowing bat once again, which means we unlocked the treasure chest, but this time the chest gave us a little bit of a extra reward. Also, during this period of time, we managed to get our second item, being the axe. Now, the axe isn't the greatest item. It is very clunky to use, as you have to basically move your character to certain spots where it will hit a large group of enemies to have its full capability come out. So picking the axe here probably wasn't the choice we were wanting to get, but it's the choice that we have to use. Now, once again, picked up the spinach, so all of our base damage has increased by 10% to a maximum of 50%. I've now picked up my second major pickup, being the frittatanto, which makes my character breathe fire in the direction that they are walking for 10 seconds. During the 10 seconds of the frittatanto, we managed to level up to level 7. So our reward was leveling up our magic wand to level 6, which means it shoots 3 projectiles rather than 2. Currently, I'm very close to failing attempt number 2 with only a couple hits. But luckily, after managing to kill the glowing bat for the second time, we managed to pick up our second treasure chest, which rewarded us with my magic wand going to level 7. After leveling up to level 9, I had decided to pick the Santa Water. Now, Santa Water is an exceptional item for dealing with clusters of enemies. It can deal with a lot of enemies quite fast due to its high constant damage output. After finally managing to get to double digits in terms of our character's level, I decided to level up. The final level up required for the magic wand to be at the max level, so in this case being level 8, and this definitely felt like an opportunity where I was back in this run. We got to level 11 and we decided to level up spinach once again, so it's now level 3 and now gives us a 30% bonus increase on all damage sources. Now that the magic wand was at max level, our priority was getting Santa Water to max level next. Realistically, the axe was going to be the last weapon that we were going to level up to the max due to my disliking and me not feeling like it was necessary for us to level up. It was time for our first mini boss, being the Mantachana, who is a relatively decently difficult boss for level 1, especially at this time. However, due to how fast we managed to get the magic wand to level 8, we absolutely obliterated the Mantachana boss, giving us our third treasure chest of this run, which as a result leveled up our Santa Water to level 3. Which gave it a reduced cooldown, an increase in base damage. After beating the Mantachana mini boss, we leveled up to level 14 and decided to pick the axe and leveled it up to level 3, which means it gets 20 more damage done to it. Obviously, we would have preferred if Santa Water or a better passive would have been in our choices, but just leveling the axe means that we're not wasting out one of our slots on something that we may not have wanted. I decided to pick up the knife instead of the Santa War and axe, mainly because I wanted to have more coverage around the areas, especially due to how much increase in enemies there are in the waves that are coming up in the next couple of minutes. I am now only 5 levels away from unlocking the main achievement for this video. After defeating the glowing bat, it actually gave us our biggest reward you could possibly get out of the chest. We got the Santa Water now leveled up to level 5, the axe leveled up to level 6, and the knife leveled up to level 2 due to the chest giving us the 5 reward effect. For my level 17 reward, I decided to level up my axe to level 7, only 1 level away from fully upgrading it. Here we now can see the effectiveness of the Santa Water as it just covers the whole area around me. For my level 18 reward, I decided to level up my knife, making it level 3. For my level 19 reward, once again, I decided to level up our knife, which gives us another projectile. We finally managed to find our first piece of floor chicken. So all floor chicken does is when you pick it up, it just recovers 30 health to your character. My level 20 reward was my axe went to level 6. And we now have officially completed the main achievement for the video today, as we have reached level 20 on the Mad Forest. But we're going to keep going to see how far we can go in this run to unlock as many achievements as possible. With us hitting to minute 9, the difficulty does start to arise with the inclusion of the big bats and the metal bats. I luckily managed to find 2 of the stronger pickups right next to each other, being the Frittatanto and a new one being the Rosary. So what Rosary does, it causes like a nuke effect which destroys any enemy that can be seen on the screen. For level 21, I decided to level up my knife to level 5. After hitting the 10-minute mark, this means it's the return of the flower wall again. and that means our first major boss is going to spawn in, being the Mantichana Lord, which is just a stronger version of the Mantichana. I'm in a very difficult situation right now. I definitely messed up my pathing on which way I wanted to go when it came to fighting the Mantichana Lord. I kind of just ran into a bunch of enemies, which made my character's health go down to a really low amount. So I'm definitely putting myself in a really bad situation right now. My level 22 reward, I decided to level up my knife to level 6. I managed to find some floor chicken, which was very crucial, especially in the situation I was in. After an uphill battle, the Mantichana Lord got squashed. So we got another chest, which leveled up our knife to level 7. With the 11th minute approaching, we are finally getting to see what true Vampire Survivors is all about. Just constant enemies coming from all directions, to a point where it looks impossible to get out of the situation that we are currently in. We once again managed to find an Orologio again. Just like level 23, we managed to level up to level 24 very fast, and we decided to pick up the Bible once again, as we were starting to fall behind in tempo due to the constant waves of enemies. Due to the amount of XP gems that I was collecting, we started leveling up very quickly. So for level 25, we got wings, which gives my character a speed boost so they can walk faster. For level 26, we managed to fully upgrade our knife to level 8. And finally, for level 27, we got another passive, being the Hollow Heart, which raises the base health of our character. We then basically just jumped to level 29 and completely skipping level 28. And for level 28, we decided to level up our Santa Water to level 7. And finally, for level 29, we got our final item that we could have for this run, being the Whip. After reaching level 30, we've eliminated another glowing bat, which leveled up our Santa Water to the max level. And as we hit level 30, we decided to level up our Bible to level 3. After getting to the 12th minute, we started encountering some harder enemies, such as the Werewolf, which does more damage and has a lot more speed compared to some of the other enemies we've seen in the past. We leveled up to level 32 instantaneously. So for level 31, we decided to level up our Hollow Heart to level 2, and for level 32, we decided to level up our Bible to level 4. And then we leveled up our Whip to level 2 after going to level 33. Hitting the 13th minutes meant that it was the return of the ghosts, but this time the ghosts were going to cause more of a problem because they were spawning in swarms and they were a lot faster and they were pushing enemies closer to me, which was making my range of movement a lot less. We desperately managed to find some floor chicken, which is really important, especially in the current situation, due to the amount of werewolves and ghosts which are causing a lot of issues for me. After hitting the 15-minute mark, so about halfway through into the full run, unfortunately the big bats, the werewolves and the flower wall were too much to handle, so we unfortunately did die on this run. However, we have managed to complete today's main achievement. We have managed to complete the main achievement for today's video, being the Invalid Library achievement. Whilst completing the achievement, we also managed to complete 13 other achievements. This means we have completed 7% of Vampire Survivors. And with that, we are coming to the end of today's video. I thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you could, please remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell so you can get notified when a new video comes out, and so we can also feed the algorithm. I'm very excited coming back to content creation, and with everything I have planned, we are going to have an amazing journey ahead of us. So my name is hirayuki, I thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.